Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is patience. And I choose this word for two reasons. One is because I was having a conversation with a client about patience and about how right now in their life, cultivating patience is what their lesson is. So we were talking a lot about patience and trusting in the universe and trusting in the timing and believing that things will unfold as they will. And there was this funny little ironic universe joke that happened because I have this plaque in my studio that's basically made up of fake license plates that are stacked on top of each other that says good things happen over time. And somebody had taken a picture of them and then showed it to them where they were sitting right underneath the sign. They didn't see the sign and they had to laugh because they were literally sitting under a sign that said good things happen over time. And that's what their work is right now, to really be trusting that good things happen over time. So I was thinking about my own experiences with patients recently and about, for me, the distinction or the difference between when I'm living in a place of patience versus when I'm living in a place of impatience and what that means to me. So, when I'm living from a place of patience, it means for me that I am trusting in the universe, that I'm trusting in the divine order of things, and I'm trusting in the timing of things. And that I know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, in perfect order, and that even if it's not happening as I expected it to be happening, that there is some divine plan that is leading me to what is absolutely right and perfect for me. And when things don't go as I expect or as I hope, that's because there is something even more appropriate, even more aligned, and even better for my growth, for my development, for my destiny than what I might be thinking. Now, the other side of this is impatience. And for me, impatience happens when I lose faith. Impatience happens when I start to tell myself a story about what should be happening, about what it's going to look like when things are happening the right way, about when these things are supposed to be happening, and I start to create the agenda of how it's supposed to be unfolding. And so I'm starting to look for very specific concrete signs to prove that things are going the way I want them to go. And as soon as one thing doesn't happen the way I want it to happen, that's when the impatience will start to kick in, the fear will start to kick in, and the concern and the worry that somehow this is all going to go down the tubes and it's not going to work in my favor. So recently, I've been going through this big shift, and I have this project that's going on where I needed to coordinate something, and I was waiting on a number of people to pull a lot of strings to make it happen. And I had originally been told it was going to take around 6 weeks for this to come to fruition. And 6 weeks came and went, and I was getting no answer. 7 weeks came and went, still no answer. 8 weeks came and went, still no answer. And I was starting to get impatient. I wasn't just getting impatient. I was getting restless. I was getting nervous. I was getting anxious. I was getting disappointed. I was getting scared. I was starting to worry that everything was just going to fall apart. And I was telling myself all kinds of stories about what it meant. And yet, at the same time that I was feeling all of these feelings of impatience and fear, another part of me was just like, just be patient, just wait, just trust this is going to unfold as it will. And at the same time, why don't you back up and look for a plan B and see what you can do just in case this doesn't go through the way you'd hoped it would. So the thing about this that is just so amazing and sort of is the outcome of all of it is that after a number of weeks of waiting, it ended up being 73 days to be exact, everything came to completion. And the timing could not be more divine and perfect if I had actually tried to make it happen. Because the timing of when this will all culminate is on the full moon and the eclipse. And we will literally be signing papers for this legal document right after the eclipse, like minutes after the eclipse. And I'm like, oh, this was exactly when it was supposed to happen. It has always been exactly when it was supposed to happen. It is divine and perfect, and it was what the universe had in mind from the start. But if it had happened in the timeline I expected it to happen in, it would not have landed at this most auspicious and powerful moment. And in many ways, this is an example of the universe doing for me what I could not do for myself, what I could not even imagine. And in many ways, it is so much more divine and perfect than he even thought was possible. And it is also an example of, oh yeah, when we let go, when we trust, and sometimes even when we don't let go and we don't trust, or we struggle between the part of us that is surrendering and praying and turning to the divine, and the other part of us that is like, oh my God, the sky is falling, that things still have an amazing, remarkable way of unfolding exactly as they should. So my question to you right now is, where do you find yourself falling in the spectrum of patience and impatience? Do you find yourself in a similar position that I'm in, where part of you is able to be patient and surrender and trust, and part of you is like totally running around like a chicken with your head cut off? Or do you find yourself caught in a place of total frustration and impatience and really concerned about what's going to happen? Or are you just totally chill and able to cultivate a deep sense of trust and patience? And if you have, how did you manage that? Because I'm sure a lot of us would like to know. So I would love to hear what you have to say about all of this. Please leave a comment below. And until next word of the day, I am wishing you peace. I am wishing you ease. And I am wishing you that trust in the perfect divine order of the universe and the divine timing of things happening exactly when they should. So in the meantime, please go like my Facebook page, Modern Medicine Lady LLC, and I will be eternally grateful for your help to get this video out into the world. Please like it, please share it, and please pass it along to other people who would find it useful. Thank you so much, and until tomorrow, peace.